What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Underdog Podcast. Today, I am doing a little intro to my new series that's coming out this summer, and as to why I haven't posted a video in like 2 weeks. So, I was planning on doing like an off-season recap, like award type video, but I scrapped it, and I was like, let me just focus on this. So, this summer, I'm going to be doing an in-depth look at all 32 teams in a power rankings type system from 32 to 1. There was a lot of components that went into it, but I'm very excited to bring you this series. It's going to come out tomorrow. We're not doing 32 videos. We're doing 64, so two videos per team, one for offense and one for defense. I just felt like that way it would be broken up into easier to watch, like, time intervals. So where it's like, 30 minutes, 35 minutes of video, 25, 35 minutes of video rather than like an hour and a half, an hour. So I think this will be like more easier to watch and, it'll just be better for you. So it'll give you an inside look at every part of your team, from quarterback, running back, receiver, offensive line for offense, or I guess weapons really for offense. Defense, it'll look at your run defense, your pass rush, your linebackers as a separate grade, your secondary, and then your coaching will be in there as well. And then there's a whole like power ranking system that I used. So basically, everything was weighted, like different position groups, different parts of the team were weighted differently. So I will have a graphic for that up in the video to kind of see how like this works. So if you think like a team is super low, you'll understand why, because a certain ranking was lower, such and such like that. But I am very, very excited to do this series. It has been a big project of mine throughout the summer. I spent probably like 48 hours just looking at depth charts and then like rearranging stuff, everything like that. So I'm very, very excited to bring this to you. I think it's going to be a very fun series, and it will get you to know your team better than you already know them. On top of teams that you don't know anything about, you will get to know them as well. So we'll be starting with the number 32 team tomorrow, and then I think they're going to come out about every other day or so, unless if I have like stuff going on. Like this weekend, I was in Ocean City, Maryland for my cousin's 21st birthday, so happy birthday, guys. And then, so like if something like that comes up, I'll let you guys know, and then a video will be out, later than it should be. But, I'm very excited to do this huge project I've been working on. It's taken me a long time to get the right scales that I want, put the right teams where I think they should be. So this is all my personal opinion. And just because a team is ranked where they are does not mean they will finish there. And there are some teams where I'm like, wow, that's really, really low for them. And then I have some teams where it's like, okay, that's pretty high. But it all will shake out. And there will be like win range I'll give the teams at the end as well. So kind of how these videos are going to start is we're going to do the intro. And then what's going to come up on the screen first, I'll probably show the scale. Just do a little quick thing showing you the scale, kind of explaining it, at least in the first couple videos, and then I'll just, put it in the link in the description. Then we will be going into the additions and departures from the team. So we'll be going over who left the team. That was important. I mean, we're not going to have like bottom of the depth chart guys, but we will put them in there. And then additions, who is important that they added to the team. That will include coaching changes as well. Then we will just go right into the offense, and we'll go over the quarterback, we'll go over the depth as well, briefly touch on those guys, but it's mainly just the starter. Then we will go into the running backs, touch up on that room. Then we'll go into the weapons, so it'll be receivers, tight ends, and then running backs. And they're all going to have like a little overall in the corner, and that'll be their overall in the corner for the running backs on the weapons page will be a receiving grade, and I will kind of explain that, whatever. Then we have the offensive line would be next, and then we would go over like the coaching grades and stuff like that. So that would be the end of the offensive video. Defensive, similar beginning, show the scale for the first couple episodes. Then we would just go right into defense. So it would be, or no, we do defensive coaching, kind of picking up kind of where we left off. So we'll do defensive coaching, briefly touch on that. I'm not going to go into very big detail with the coaching. I'm just going to put them up what I think they are, and then kind of describe why, and then move on. So defensive coaching, then we'll go into run defense, and that'll be your front four and then linebackers. I'm not really counting secondary into it as much because they can make impacts in the run game, but I don't think it's like the biggest priority of the run defense. It's more like the front seven graded for run defense. Then I'll go into pass rush. It'll be your 2 edge rushers, your 2 interior defensive linemen. And then we will go into linebackers, and then secondary, and then we will go into kind of like this other graphic where it will be like culture, which is their benefit of the doubt slider / what I have the head coach ranked at from 1 to 32. And then the special teams will be on there as well, and then kind of their like overall grade. And then I will go into a schedule breakdown. Basically, I'll put their schedule up there, and then in green will be a likely win, so it's like 75% chance to win the game. Yellow will be a like 50-50 split, so it'll be like 50% chance they win the game. And then the red will be unlikely win, which is like 25% chance they win the game. So that way we'll go out to a win projection like range. It'll be like 5.8 wins or 9.7 or whatever. And then because I'm not going to do a record prediction video in this series, I'm going to save that for like closer to the season when we like find out the final 50-man 3-man rosters and stuff like that. I think it's better to do it that way. So I'm giving you kind of like a projection win total rather than like what I actually think is going to happen. And maybe a win range too. I'll probably throw that in there. So like a worst case and a best case scenario for those teams. So it's going to be very interesting. My number 32 team didn't shock me at all who it was, but I'm excited to bring that out for you guys tomorrow, which would be Wednesday, the 1st of June. So we're going to get into this series pretty quickly, and then we'll have a new team every like 4 days or so. Hopefully this will span across the entire summer. Hopefully we will be able to keep up that pace of kind of every other day having a video, but I will let you guys know otherwise if there won't be a video or something like that. So definitely like follow my Twitter. I'll probably put it out on there. I'll put that in the description as well. But thanks for watching, everybody. It's just a little 8-9 minute video talking about this series, kind of what it's about. So you will get a very in-depth look at your team. We're talking depth players, not really special teamers, but we'll mention them. We'll talk about your quarterback, your coaching a little bit. So it'll be a very in-depth series. I hope you guys definitely watch that. I'm very, very excited to bring it to you. It took me a long time to put all of this together, and I'm pretty happy with how they ended up. I think some teams are a little higher than I want, some teams are a little lower, but I think it's because I'm higher on one aspect or another, or lower on one aspect of another of that team than people may think. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and peace.